Welcome to The Mortgage Brief, a podcast filled with mortgage loan information at your fingertips. This show is for the first-time homebuyer, the move-up buyer, and the current homeowner looking for residential lending tips and tricks about the home buying or refinancing process. I'm your host, Jason Ammon from Guild Mortgage. I'm a licensed residential mortgage loan officer with 20-plus years experience, and on today's show, we're talking about how much mortgage can you afford with your income. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. So how much mortgage can you afford with your income? Well, there are a few things to consider. Are you consistent with your rent payments? Do you have job security? Have you built credit history and improved your credit score? If so, now might be a good time to buy your first home. But before you venture out into the housing market, you might want to figure out how much of a mortgage you can afford on your current income. It's important to understand that the cost of home ownership isn't limited to just your monthly mortgage payments. If your goal is to purchase a home that you can afford to buy and keep, consider the impact of other factors such as your down payment, your other debt, and household expenses. So which factors determine how much of a mortgage you can afford with your current income? The decision to buy a home should be based off of the following factors, which can affect your ability to afford the monthly mortgage payment based off of your income. First thing to look at is the sales price of the home. The price of the home that you want to purchase is obviously one of the biggest factors in determining how much your monthly mortgage will be and how much you can afford. Second thing to consider is the down payment amount. A down payment is a portion of your home's purchase price paid up front. When you take out a mortgage, you'll typically pay your down payment on closing day, with the remaining cost of the home paid in monthly installments. The amount of your down payment will vary depending upon the lesser of your home's appraised value or purchase price, the type of loan, and your credit history. With affordable lending programs, low or no down payment options are available. However, the advantages of a larger down payment may include a lower monthly payment and a better interest rate. The third thing to consider is your estimated interest rate. Several factors affect how your interest rate is determined. These include down payment amount, home price, loan term, type of loan, credit score, home location, fixed rate versus an adjustable rate, and discount points. Interest rates can significantly impact your monthly mortgage payment and the amount of home you can afford. The lower your rate, the lower your payment. You should learn more about how to get a better mortgage interest rate. The fourth thing to consider is your total monthly debts. In addition to your credit score and credit history, your debt-to-income ratio plays a significant role in your ability to secure a loan and how much mortgage you can afford. To calculate your debt-to-income ratio, add up your monthly debt payments and divide them by your monthly income before taxes. The next thing to consider are common expenses. Your home ownership budget should take into consideration more than your monthly principal and interest payments. Take a few minutes to make a list of what you'll need to spend monthly on household expenses to determine how much of a home you can afford. These fees may be new to you if you're making a move from renting to owning as a first-time homebuyer. Ongoing costs can include property taxes, homeowners insurance, utilities, maintenance, home repairs, and homeowners association fees. Also, don't forget to include one-time fees such as closing costs and moving expenses. The next thing to consider is loan term. Fixed-rate loan terms range from 10 to 30 years. An adjustable rate mortgage starts with an introductory fixed rate for a period of 7 to 10 years, then adjust after the introductory fixed interest rate period ends. Generally, the shorter the term, the higher your monthly mortgage payments. And the last thing to consider is the state and the town in which your property is located. Since property tax, hazard insurance, utilities, and cost of living vary by state and town, the location of your new home can affect how much of a mortgage you can afford. So those are 7 things to consider when you're thinking about how much of a home you can afford based off of your income. Let's take a look at a couple of other items. One of the best questions is, will my credit score affect how much of a mortgage I can afford with my income? Lenders look at more than just debt-to-income levels when applying for a mortgage. They will also check your credit score, look at your employment history, and take your assets and liabilities into account. The higher your score, the less of a risk you pose to the lender, and therefore, the more likely you'll be approved for a loan. A high credit score may also qualify you for a low interest rate and a larger loan amount. So how do I know which mortgage interest rate to put into the mortgage affordability calculator? The combination of several different factors determines your mortgage interest rate. While your credit score is a primary factor that can help you give a ballpark of your interest rate, home location, home price, and loan amount, down payment, loan terms, interest rate type, and loan type also affect your interest rate. Mortgage rates can change daily, and every borrower's situation is unique, so you should consult a loan officer who will assess your credit score and other factors and provide you an estimated interest rate to put into a mortgage affordability calculator. And lastly, how much do credit card balances and other loans affect mortgage affordability? All your debt, including your credit card balances and other loan payments, play a significant role in how much mortgage you can afford. While there's no perfect formula, in general, your monthly mortgage payments plus housing costs should be no more than 36% of your pre-tax monthly income. However, this number can change based off of your debts. If your combined monthly debts exceed 50% of your income, you may have trouble qualifying for a conventional loan. If you're wondering where to calculate all this, one of the best places is to go to My Guild Mortgage Income Calculator to estimate how much of a mortgage you can afford based off of your income. Our income needed calculator estimates the annual income required to buy a home by looking at the size of the mortgage, monthly debt payments, interest rate, loan terms, and related home buying expenses. Did you determine that your income is in line with the income needed to qualify for the home that you want to purchase? Your recommended next step is to get a more accurate estimate by requesting a pre-approval. If the monthly income required is more than your income now, we can help you navigate options. Connect with a loan officer like myself to review the best loan program for your situation. Thanks for tuning in to today's show. If you would like more information about this topic or any topic related to the buying or refinancing of a 1 to 4 unit residential property, please reach out to me or my team by visiting my website, www.guildmortgage.com/Jason Ammon. That's JASONAMMANN. You can also find us on Instagram under the handle @JasonAmmonGuildMortgage and on YouTube under the same handle. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time right here on The Mortgage Brief. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS number 3274, Jason Ammon, NMLS number 126651. I'm licensed to do business in the state of New Hampshire. The information provided today is for educational purposes only. Position, strategies, or opinions of the show do not necessarily represent the position, strategies, or opinions of Guild Mortgage Company or its affiliates. Each loan is subject to underwriter final approval. All information, loan programs, interest rates, terms, and conditions are subject to change without notice. Always consult an accountant or tax advisor for full eligibility requirements on tax deductions.